Positive vibes. What's going on, everybody out there? It is your boy Sans, and I am here. But you know, I'm never alone. I got my guys to my left and to my right. Let's bring them on in because it's going to be a fight. As always, we got the one, the only, the man with the mean mug himself, just fresh off of Baltimore Comic Con, my homie. What up, Last Level?
Why am I mean mugging? I'm not mean mugging.
Hey man, you said something about mean mugs today, so I had to put it in my rhyme.
I'm drinking some Malice tonight.
Look,
Malice hard cider. So you know
which rap duo had a brother named Malice?
I don't know.
You failed. It's the Clips, brother. It's the Clips. There you go. Made famous by the Neptunes.
Do you know I had to drink a whole drink for you to show up on time? Like
I was here on time.
You witnessed that live action. I finished one and then I had to open another because yeah.
You know what? You know who is always here on time? Because he's never late. He's always early. Unless he's making pasta. The one, the only. Time traveler. Promiscuous Kyle. What's going on, brother?
What is up? Yo, there's certain things that you just don't live down. And it's me here is showing up late because I was so focused on making a meal. And on other shows,
bro, we're on like episode 27. You're never living that down, man.
That's what I'm saying. And then there's a Spine Ticks where my first appearance on Spine Ticks, I literally encountered a bear in real life, and we were talking about comic books, and I'm like, oh, hold up, there's a bear.
This conversation made a hard 90-degree angle in a direction that I'm sorry. Let's talk about.
Were you screaming from a zoo or something?
Hey, Bear. I'm talking about comics here. Come back in like an hour. Hey, sorry, Bear. Didn't mean to interrupt you. No picnic baskets.
This guy was talking to a Kodiak bear in the mountains of California.
It was a grizzly. It was like an actual grizzly bear in Lake Tahoe.
It was the cocaine bear, apparently.
But what I'm saying is that everybody has those kind of.
God damn it, Matt! Now what kind of that's how you show everybody up, right? He's like, well, I almost got eaten by a fucking bear on my first.
So before I cork it or pop the cork, I am having the one that I couldn't pronounce that
Gorstaminer.
Gorstaminer. It's from a local black-owned winery that's right down the street from me.
With the name Gorstaminer, that's dope. That's crazy.
Well, no, it's Canyon Crest Winery.
Oh, it's a Gorstaminer beer.
Yes,
it's German grapes.
German, yes.
I've learned. Yes, shout out to Kira Jones for educating me. Oh, so fellas, it's been a couple weeks, man. So much is going on. Sans has lost probably another bet or two. But who's at this point? Who's counting, man? Who the hell is counting?
I'm counting every last one of them. Listen. I had the primo of all primo videos that crashed my computer.
Why do you think your computer crashed, Matt?
I had a lot of graphics and a lot of audio overlays. So I'll explain it. So we ended our last show talking about Ahsoka, and there was a lot of predictions that came out. You know, and there was literally it was a 5-minute video I was working on. It started off with Kyle and some of his predictions, but every prediction we got wrong. I had the Family Feud X and the pop up, and it was just going on and on and on. I had 5 X's across. No, Liz, you're so dead to me.
Okay? Generous pour.
Oh, that was a generous pour. Out there in the chat, what are you guys drinking tonight in the chat? What's going on, Dave, Liz Barnes, Wolverado? Good to see you guys. Thanks for showing up. Entropy is here. Good to see you, man. What are you guys drinking tonight? Is it a white or red, or you guys got a nice summer shanty to close off the summer?
Why is my man wearing PJ bottoms with snowflakes on them? It is still September. Snowflakes. What are they?
They're Ewoks from Star Wars.
No, they're fucking snowflakes.
It's to celebrate Ahsoka. These are little Ewoks that are being real happy and stuff. I don't know.
But man, we left off with a lot, man. We were supposed to have an episode last week, but someone had a fantasy draft. I think that's what it was.
I think a lot of people had fantasy
You're on the
drafts
hot
last
seat.
week.
There was a lot of football going on.
Did you dish us for a fantasy draft? Is that what happened? Chat, hear it live.
No, it wasn't. My fantasy drafts were Tuesday. You and Kyle were supposed to host the show for me.
Yeah, I fucked
and
up.
you guys ended up working doubles.
I worked a double so I can go to
That's
Baltimore
fair.
Comic-Con.
I was actually doing a fantasy
Honestly,
draft.
when I got home and saw that, I was like, God damn, I would have had so much fun with that show. Like,
I was like, yo, I got 2 drafts. You got, and we're on the show. They're like, God damn it, Sands changed the goddamn ticker. I'm like, oh, my team sucks, by the way.
That's what you get for taking Aaron Rodgers.
I didn't get Aaron Rodgers. Rest in peace to the New York Jets.
Yeah, that's not looking good.
I don't know. I heard Tom Brady was suiting back up.
Oh,
Here,
Or what was that? What was that? Colin Kaepernick signs a 1-year deal.
the Patriots would literally roll over after retiring his jersey. They'd be so pissed.
Where you at, Jeff?
To the east.
Nola's not here to put me in my place. Where you at?
All right, so I'm going to be pairing this German
Gewürztraminer
with with Galarian from Scout Comics. Actually, no, this is from White Ash Comics. This is when they left Scout.
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. The single best pick. So yesterday was my birthday, so I treated myself.
Happy belated
birthday.
I know. When's your birthday?
tomorrow.
Look at that.
Yeah.
See, like,
And mine was
mine's the
2 weeks ago.
Yours the 14th. So like all the good
It's
things. happen
Virgo
in
season,
September.
y'all. We need to put it up. Virgos, go Virgos.
But dude, this is the hardback case of all of
One
the
Bad Day.
One Bad Day.
Cool.
So where would you rate this compared to White Knight? Compared to Long Halloween?
Three Jokers.
Jokers.
I think it's honestly, if they weren't all one, so Long Halloween was a continuous story.
Right.
These were all individual one shots. Like they didn't
Wow,
tie in.
got you.
So
this is intense.
So I think honestly, each of these one shots could be made into their own kind of like mini series.
Mhm.
Like this could be the what if of DC. Instead of it being what if, it's One Bad Day.
And each one of those could be its own own
So
little
1, 2, 3, 4,
got it.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 with the Killing Joke. I love it.
Why the hell doesn't James Gunn have our our little show podcast on speed dial? Because this would make him some money right now. God damn it, James. What are you doing over there at the DCEU? You need content. Listen to Matt right now. One Bad Day.
Yeah. So the other thing is Tom King started the series. He wrote the Riddler One Bad Day. And you know anything about Tom King? He is a writer, true start to finish. This man cannot draw for the life of him. But of course, you know me, I have to ask a writer to draw. I don't know if you could blow me up. I could bring it up. Let's pull back though so we can see.
Wow, that's horrendous.
Tom King did the stick figures, right?
Stick figures with the
Yes.
Joker cutting Batman in half. So he did that on Brave and the Bold #1, and then he did me 2.
But he has
April
a series
Fools.
of those. He has
did.
a series of the April Fools.
I got 2 of the April Fools covers signed by him with an additional remark for our charity show coming up. So
That's fantastic. By the way, when is the date? Do we want to drop that for the people?
I don't know. We got to sit down and talk about it. But I mean, I got stuff to show you that we got ready to go. I mean,
all right, we're gonna show some of that off tonight, y'all, so that y'all can get prepared, because annually we do the charity show here on the Cookie Shop, and it's a great cause, Adeline Rose Foundation. Matt, do you want to plug it a little bit?
Yeah. So let me see. I think I have some banners set up from last year. So it's and I'm just gonna kind of take us out of here. That didn't work at all. So let's bring them back. Because that was an epic fail. So it's the 1 in 4. It's the 1 in 4 mother, daughter, loved one that has gone through any type of miscarriage, stillbirth, where they have lost a child in their pregnancy term. and we've been raising funds for the Adeline Rose Foundation for 2 years now. It started off back in 2021 with just a simple, couple books. We made a couple $100, no big deal. We blew the absolute roof off of it last year, raising over $4,000. And it was amazing to hear the stories about people throughout the comic community that have been touched by this. Skeleton Keys,
Skeleton Key Comics,
a very well-known IG comic community member, had a very heart-touching experience this past year. And Adeline Rose does it. They jump. They're nationally known now in 16 hospitals. They have paid for funeral costs for over, I think, 40 infant loss victims.
Wow.
Which is, it doesn't seem like a lot, but that's huge coming from like a smaller charity that started off with just a family that just had lost themselves.
And it started just in like the Pennsylvania region, right? And now it's spreading out across the country.
Yep. And we've got tons of stuff. Like we have some amazing masks.
Yes. Last year we gave away a beautiful signed Captain America shield.
And we would have had these masks behind us signed this year. I apologize. Some items at Terrificon fell through with us. So we went heavy on amazing prints and autographs and sketch covers and books. And we give them away 100% to charity. We don't take anything for the work and effort. Just to say thank you.
And yes, just to answer you, Tony, this is not the cookie shop auction. This is Wine, Cheese, and Comics, please. A sophisticated look at the state of pop culture with your boy, Sans, Promiscuous, and Last Level Comics. So let's get into some mofo action this week.
What do you want to start with? TV, news?
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Let's go with the news. We'll
Anarchy.
So I had to mix it up a little bit, even though I know there's a ton of news, and quite frankly, the story that should be on there is probably the one we're going to talk about the most, was about all the cancellations that we're currently experiencing due to the SAG.
One thing, that's America's ass is off the market.
Yo. Tell me you weren't a little man. You were a little man. You know it. I was a little man.
Hey, listen. Everyone's favorite Chris is no longer.
I mean, we lost Chris Evans. We lost Ryan Reynolds. I mean, who else there? Who's left for us? So
talk to me about this Mars rover, man.
Okay, so
what's going on?
I mean, there's been tons of sci-fi news, random shit going off.
Last night, aliens and
last night, Mexico literally unveiled aliens in a casket on live TV in front of a courtroom. Yeah, folks, go look that one up. That was enjoyable. Yeah, so the Mars rover has officially been able to produce up to 10 minutes of oxygen that only a dog, so of course we had to add the dog from Guardians of the Galaxy, would be able to survive on Mars. So, I mean, I put up with you now for 27 episodes. So, of course, I want to go live on Mars every 2 weeks when you say, hey, man, it's time for a show. So,
but only for 5 minutes.
yeah, I would get 3 minutes and the dog would just laugh at me. So fun news.
Are we officially looking at, what was it? What's the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger when they go to Mars?
Arnold Schwarzenegger goes to Mars. Are you talking about Doom? Doom goes to Mars.
No.
Are you talking Arnold Schwarzenegger goes to Mars? Total Recall?
Total Recall. Are we looking at a Total Recall here where we're going to be in a dome and all of this craziness is going on?
I don't know, man. They also found, NASA came clean and said they found some stupid ass plane. Yeah, see? Look at that shit.
This is what the Mexican Congress showed.
Yeah, I'm telling you, legitimately, they had two of them, and that's
2 alien corpses. What the hell, bro?
Looks like
officially
mix between ET and Yoda.
can't make
It
this up,
really
man.
does.
I need
But
more
is that
drinks to talk
also
about
like
this.
a brick that they kind of carved out?
Hold on. I need to grab another drink before we talk about this and get my tinfoil hat. I'll be back.
So what? So are we full blown? Now, Kyle, are you a believer in aliens or no?
I mean, I'm rational, so like statistically, it kind of has to be a thing. But who knows how far? Or, I don't know. Why would they be here?
That's
But,
what. That's
yeah.
so. So you believe that there's life outside of Earth, but not
It's so
necessarily.
big. We're so tiny and small and lucky. There's got to
Yes,
be
very
something.
lucky
There's gotta
because
be
if you
something.
think about the atmospheres and the environment that needs to happen in order for life to evolve.
And
Oh,
and look at what we like surround ourselves with, the fantastical like
right.
superheroes and mutants and like
This is true
comics and
because we
fairy
dream.
tales.
We dream, y'all. But look, life couldn't happen on Venus or Jupiter. Jupiter's gravitational pull is so strong, and the winds and everything is so
And they
crazy.
also don't have a solid surface.
Right.
I
It's
want
all-
you all to know right now this conversation is being recorded by the Secret Service, NSA, Homeland Security. I am protected. I don't know about all of you. I am officially protected.
Rattlesnake. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, what's up,
No
Chef?
one's
What's
getting
going on,
named
Chef?
if we embark on this sci-fi alien
So
concept.
so we got Congress people reporting aliens are real. We got Mexico
We found
showing live
the first
aliens.
planet that sustains the same biological chemical that Earth does.
Oh, nice.
It's only 23,000 light years away, but we found it.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Sans, even for you, there's a chance.
There we go, ladies and gents. Now we all know there's a greater power out there. We can't be the only ones in this universe, but how the hell did they get here is what I want to know.
Well, we
But
have a time traveler, so
this is true. This is true. Jeff said, I better get in here for that Lorcana review. Oh my God. Me and Jeff had such a blast when we get on this Lorcana topic. Oh man.
are you in duress? Blink twice. Tell me the truth. Go ahead. The hat tells no lies. That's Morse code. Somebody call 911, please.
I blinked way more than twice. I don't know.
Right. So I'm here with some traditional finger food known as Crunch and Munch, y'all. So
Crunch and munch.
I'm about to crack into a grilled cheese sandwich. So
this motherfucker always has some crazy food.
So yeah, so I mean, I think there's cool things going on in the world. So out of all the movies and TV series, we've seen what? Mars Attacks, Doom, Dune. Like, what is your sci-fi other planet series that you go to when you're looking for a sci-fi binge? Why does he got to keep walking away?
Star Trek.
Really? So Next Generation or which
sci-fi
one?
binge.
Original.
Original?
Captain Kirk and Spock.
You were a Trekkie?
Trekkie, bro.
No
See-
way.
Really? Listen to me. There's things that I'm learning about you even 2 years doing this. I mean, we've been
Yep.
doing this now for 2 years.
Star Trek all day. I would so as a kid, before I go to bed, Channel 11 in New York, right around like 11 p.m. would play episodes of Star Trek. I just stay up and watch those before I go to sleep, man. See Captain Kirk just smoothly laying it down on green ladies all day long.
So, in your opinion, is Khan the early version of the Joker? I have to ask because it's like the age-old question. Khan came before the Joker for like.
I don't think so. I like Khan. I just don't feel like, I feel like the Wrath of Khan, that guy was, it just really, the movie side of Star Trek, never sold for me.
Really? So did Chris
Yeah.
Pine do well for you or no?
Chris Pine was okay. I like that first movie. Didn't like the second one as much.
Yeah, they killed Thor in the first 5 minutes. It was excellent.
Right. But the movie side of Star Trek, all this Spock trying to get home bullshit, all that, I couldn't stand it. Just give me the TV show where there was like a black hole they couldn't get out, and it was like drama for 30 minutes, or some little truffle, little furry creature got on the ship and was multiplying. It was craziness. It was sci-fi, Gene Roddenberry, late night goodness. That and the Honeymooners, and you had a good night, right?
The honeymoon.
The Honeymooners.
Holy shit!
I pulled the rabbit out the hat, man. The Honeymooners were hilarious. It would not be PC today because you couldn't be bang zooming women to the moon.
No.
But the Honeymooners were a legit show that would come on with Audrey Meadows and Ralph Cramden, all that good stuff. So
Baki saying Babylon 5.
Oh, Babylon 5. Well, I always hear Firefly, Babylon 5.
I can't look. Firefly was an amazing one series, one shot. But you know what wasn't good about Firefly? That it didn't progress any further. So I can't say Firefly was like the thing. Like
even the comics, people rave about the comic Firefly. So we don't know. I mean, what about you? What's your guys' sci-fi kind of go-to? I think Kyle is an Aliens man.
No, I'm actually not. Although I did like show up and like see them when they first came out, like waiting. Mainly Prometheus. I saw that like on a Thursday before it came out, and I was like disappointed beyond belief.
You were disappointed in Prometheus?
Yeah. It made no goddamn sense.
Oh my god, folks! I may walk out of the show in the first 15 minutes.
The hype for Prometheus was here, and when I left the theater, I was like, yeah.
You're trying to tell me that Prometheus explained anything? It gave us 10,000 more questions.
It explained how the ship was there for Alien 1. It wasn't that fact that it was like this alien. It was a race that developed a weapon, and the ship crashed, and the beacon went. Oh, I can't even do it. I can't. Just fucking simple mind people.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
And you're dead to me. I liked you for 5 minutes. You're already dead to me again.
These aliens were supposed to be slower than the original, and the original alien was like 10 times slower.
Mark, I liked you 5 minutes ago. Get the hell out of here.
There you go. Marco knows, man. Prometheus, these architects, these people, they didn't make any sense, man. It didn't make. How did all those eggs get there, man? How did all those eggs?
Someone shit them out, okay? This is where we're gonna go because I'm not gonna win this argument. You got the chat on your side. I need to end this conversation and move on to the next topic.
I'm more of a period piece kind of person. Like I like the stuff that is like set.
So you're more like Jane Austen,
westerns and shit like that. I love all of the like strictly period piece stuff.
We're talking Western aliens. What are you talking about?
Cowboys in space.
Cowboys and aliens.
Cowboys in space.
No, Star Wars is basically my go-to. I mean,
with the westerns, gotcha.
I have so many. Yeah, it kind of overlays into it because it's a freaking Western in space. I don't know. I have a lot of Star Wars merch
with magic.
Harry Potter is wait. Harry Potter is the sequel to Narnia.
I fucking hate this guy. I just want to go on record. There's something about this guy.
Look at the comparison. The people in Narnia, you have Gryffindor, you have Slytherin, they literally wear the colors and portray the right. It is what it is. You just got to get used to it.
So, speaking of westerns, we're gonna tie this back to comics real quick because Kyle, you're absolutely right. Star Wars being a goddamn Western makes a lot of sense with regards to, have you seen Cad Bane lately, my friend? This guy is coming out and he's done, again, you guys gotta, we talked about this last time, but if that's not a Western for you, I don't know what else is a goddamn Western, man.
That's a Wild Earp right there.
That's what. Oh man, that. Have you guys seen Tombstone?
Of course, if you
I'm just
haven't seen
asking, man.
Tombstone,
If you, we can't have the conversation, but but we got to get into what else was on that news. So we had Captain America's ass,
Here we go.
and then we also had some.
The people who frequent the cookie shop. This got sold to Houdat for $100.
I'll take that. You can put that in my box. He didn't pay.
No, this was sold. You got to keep an eye out, man.
He,
You got to
he didn't pay. I'm sorry.
you got to tune in to the cookie shop, and you get
Yeah, we
stuff
got.
like that,
I
like
got it
the-
already. Time traveler. Thanks for shipping it my way.
I
you go.
sold.
I just
Okay, ready? Listen.
Threw
So
it to him right now.
at Baltimore Comic Con, Nemesis Prime had tons of Star Wars variants, everything. We threw up a first, like a Primo 9.8 first. God, what the hell's his name with the forearms? It was in the Free Comic Book Day collection.
General Grievous.
General Grievous.
Oh,
We
Grievous.
He threw up all kinds of stuff. $2, $3. These book went for on his Whatnot channel. Whatnot is
Really?
dead. Whatnot is dead. I don't
Is
care what
it
anyone
dead?
says.
Is it dead?
If you're not like a top 10, like very Gary, like pulling impressible defects, nerdy girl, like Rage Theo seller, it's fucking dead. Like, I mean, you
So
go
let's
there
have
to
this
pick-
conversation because I was just in the chat with Whatnot sellers and YouTube sellers, and the Whatnot sellers were like, YouTube is dead. It's the place that Whatnot. It's the place that used to be before Whatnot came about, and nobody ever goes there anymore. And then I hear you say Whatnot is dead. The problem for me with Whatnot is, like you said, if you're not one of the 5,
Mm-hmm.
you don't get any views, or you don't get, like, you basically get abused on that. Like, if you try to put something up for $1,
It's just
You-
based on your
you
audience. It
expose.
doesn't matter who you are. Like literally, whether you're on Instagram, whether you're on Whatnot, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on eBay Live, it's literally how big is your audience. And
very
eBay Live is the biggest audience. So why don't you just go over there? Hey, what's up,
Yo,
Hunter?
eBay, you
But
gotta
is
get
eBay Live
invited.
now? Like, are they letting you in? Is that officially?
I don't
Because
know.
No,
it's
you
not-
gotta get the invite.
You got to get the invite, and then there's only set hours when you have to, like, you get your mark, and that's it. Like, it's not like Whatnot where you're like, oh, fuck it, I want to go live.
I'm gonna
or-
go live tomorrow. No, they're like, you'll go live, because I know James from the Hive. He was saying that I think they got invited to do it at New York City Comic Con, and they're gonna be live on the the floor, but
So
it's
I
only
didn't-
certain hours.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that San Diego Comic Con blacklisted Whatnot, and that's why they weren't allowed to go live from San Diego
Ooh.
Comic Con. And the reason was because eBay was one of the primary sponsors for San Diego Comic Con, and eBay is going at their throat right now.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that's what eBay Live was created for, was to
Whatnot
get rid
is
of all
not
the
going to
other auction
compete
sites.
with eBay Live. It's
No chance.
the monster that eBay is. It just will like devour Whatnot.
Well, Whatnot was always supposed to be a flash in the pan. It was
No, it wasn't.
Hold on, hear me out. It is doing things like right-ish, but also very wrong. Like, let's say that I create my own auction-like platform. Let's say that I create my own auction platform tomorrow. I could make it better than Whatnot, or I could implement it. I won't have the traffic or the audience. It's just you use those formats to like pave the way for better apps. That's what I think what's happening. There you go. I agree with what Marco said.
But
I don't know if all formats are kicking because I see some good deals going down on YouTube. So, like,
Oh
yes,
well, I just showed a $250 book and I sold it for $100. I mean, that's
well,
a
you're
good
crazy.
deal.
So, I mean,
oh no,
Yeah, I
oh
know.
no, you literally have to have the prices right
Mhm.
to sell.
Or you'll just be showing books like, let's
But-
say, buy this book, $10. Nobody's gonna buy
It is,
for
but
$10.
it also speaks to the market. It's a buyer's market right now.
100% a buyer's
100%
market.
is a buyer's market. So you have to have the deals for people. You have to be able to
Mm.
You know, be able
This
to make
pairs.
you make your money off the volume that you sell versus off the high one or two pieces. If you're living off of selling one or two pieces, it's
Correct.
going to be difficult right now, regardless. So
This is such a beautifully made book, dude.
now, speaking of beautifully made books, Kyle, how close are we to your individual project and completion?
We're outlined, scripted for the first issue, and working on character designs and backgrounds right now. So we're making progress. It's only going to be 3 issues. So
Is it a Kickstarter yet, or what is it?
I might. I had the money to fund it, but the stuff that's been happening in my life has kind of hurt me a little bit.
Right.
So I might have to kickstart it. Yes.
So before we move on to these shows, because One Piece Ahsoka is going to take up some time, let's talk about this magical thing we call
Oh my god.
Disney Lorcana.
So listen, I need Jeff on here because Jeff. I went above and I searched for 2 straight days. I checked every damn booth at Baltimore Comic Con. I couldn't find one pack of this crap. I could have found the rarest of rare comic book, but I could not have found a box of Lorcana anywhere. Why? Where are you at? Send you a link. All right, Jeff, I got you. You're coming.
You're at the wrong con. There's
it's
did
not
they
the
have
wrong
magic?
con.
Did they have magic cards for sale there? Did they have Pokemon
Oh yeah,
cards?
they had everything.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
They had all.
It's
of
not
it.
the wrong con.
Okay.
What you're dealing with right now is supply and demand. I am very close friends with the people at like Second and Charles. They had no clue Lorcana was coming in. When Lorcana came in the night before, they found out. The day of, someone came in and bought them completely out. They didn't know what it was. They had no idea what Lorcana was. They didn't put any limits on anything. And it literally was it was Wild Wild West there.
We got a show now.
We got our boys on. It's anarchy.
Wait, I was off the leash for like 40 minutes. Like who put me back on the leash? Like
oh man. I
felt good for 40 minutes. Like I had my tinfoil hat on. I don't even know how Nola found out this was happening.
I like the tinfoil hat. I mean, you should keep that.
Do not let him get away with this shit. He's the one who messaged me.
Hold on, we gotta go. We gotta end this right now. Sorry, folks. Technical difficulties. We're gonna rewind the show about 5 minutes.
He's always trying to shut the people down, ladies and gents. The truth will be heard.
Jeff.
Straight from the mouth. Hey, Jeff, those are great Dave Stevens covers, bro. Nice.
All right, Jeff, can you send
enlighten us a little bit on
enlighten
us a little bit on these cards.
Can you send me a box so I can feel the love of this? No, don't put me in the middle. Put Jeff in the middle. There you go. Good. Give the man the spotlight. He deserves it.
Lorcana is the end all be all right now. It's the hottest thing. You can't find it because of exactly what Sands was saying. The amount that was printed was not enough. They came out with a second wave in retail, kind of retail, but it wasn't retail, and every pack is sold out at Best Buy, Walmart, and everything as well.
Yeah, it never made it to the shelves.
Yeah,
never made it to the shelves.
Once they know it's stocked, it's gone, or it didn't make it to the shelves. But what was great tonight for me, for this guy right here, they were restocking the shelves.
What?
At Walmart tonight.
Are you serious?
I mean,
I gotta go.
We all gotta go. We all gotta get on. Go to Walmart right now. They're restocking the shelves.
I know exactly where your Walmart is, by the way.
I know you do. No, you were here, but they did not have any Lorcana. But the girl who was stocking it used to have a crush on me.
When you got the silver fox with the ponytail,
and she remembered me. She came up to me. She remembered me. I didn't remember her first, but then I did later. And I gave her my phone number. So
wait a minute. Wait
Yeah,
a minute.
So
We
that
got
means
some racket
the person who's stocking my Walmart,
Mhm.
I have
is
on my
also
phone. now.
stocking and locking. Okay, we see how it's going down here.
So I said, the next time you get Lorcana, you text me. And she goes, all right.
We got a bow chicka wow wow.
So I'm
You-
lucky and I got an in on. So, and
So
that's
what Jeff
not
is
easy to
saying
do.
though, they're supposed to reprint. Now, Jeff, what do you think these reprints will do? Will it hurt the market?
No, they're not reprinting. You
Explain.
got the original that was put out at the end of August, and you got the second run, which was put out the beginning of September.
Okay.
That's it.
No, they just put out news. They got a wave coming in October and January, reprints of the first series, while the second series is coming out in November.
I didn't hear that yet. So you got
Yeah.
me on that one.
Yeah.
You got me on that one. I didn't hear that yet.
So
More-
hypothetically, if they do you think it drops card prices? Because right now,
It doesn't.
everyone is rushing to grade.
Yeah, it may drop them slightly, but it just depends on how much they reprint and how much is out on the second print. So if everything was gone on the original run and this second run that was going to the retail stores that quickly, I'm not sure they're going to print too much because this is Disney. Remember, this is Disney. They have the money behind it to make this a success forever if they want to.
But they're losing
Well,
millions.
not only
upon
that, but they
millions
got the
upon
property.
millions.
No. It's not
They
about
got so many
losing.
characters.
It's not about losing millions and millions, Matt. It's about gaining billions if this continues to be a viable game and people play it. That's the thing.
Fair.
They want people
Is
to play this
it
game.
playable? Is it a playable game? Does it
It-
hold toe to toe to Pokemon,
According
Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic? Give it to me.
according to my geeky nephew, who is in a Discord with role playing people, with card collecting people and card playing people, and he's played it himself along with his wife, and they said it's very fun and very playable. So
I've met them. They're reliable.
No one asked you.
Did you just bring me on here to yell at me? Because that's not cool.
Man,
That's what he did. No, that's what he did. I'm about to Superboy or Spider Boy him again here.
God damn it.
You know Spider Boy.
He is Spider Boy.
Now you hurt my feelings, Matt.
So,
But yeah, we cannot get. We can only guess of how many they're going to put out. They may be losing millions in the short term. Maybe losing millions in the short term, but Disney's never been about the short term.
All right, so let me talk about some sales right now. In the next 7 minutes, 4 Disney First Chapter Edition booster boxes. And those booster boxes have 12 packs in each of them. 4 of them. So
24.
how much no, they have 12 cards. They have 24 packs of 12 cards?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so how much do you think 4 boxes are going for right now?
4 boxes altogether?
4 booster boxes right now with 7 minutes to go.
2,500.
More.
14. Wait, what'd you say, Nola?
2,500.
No, that's right. $1,475.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be like 14, 15.
3 standalone, just first chapter packs, just 3 standard packs, $42 with 28 minutes to go. And a Lumineers Trove set, which I think has 6 packs in it.
It's a starter. Yeah, it's a starter deck kind of thing.
Yep.
Starter deck, $91.
Is it
So-
bad that I don't really have any interest in it?
Yes.
It is because
Why?
it's hot. It's like bringing Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but with all your favorite characters from growing up.
I won't lie.
But
I
ha-
have
but-
FOMO over this. I legit look. I don't have FOMO
Look.
over anything, but I have FOMO over this, and I don't want to like this,
Okay.
but I want to.
Jeff,
like
show
this.
that card, Jeff. So we did a live unboxing. This right here is the hit of all hits right now. The case hit.
What's it sell
Well,
for?
what's it? Yeah, what's it worth?
$800 to $1,000 raw.
No way.
That's
Look
nuts.
up Elsa
That's nuts.
Enchanted card. Elsa Enchanted.
I don't
And
know. If certain is
this one I pulled out right next to Jeff. This is the Bell Enchanted, which goes for about $400.
Elsa Enchanted
That's
raw
wild.
with 2 bids at $660. A 1010 gem mint already graded. I don't know how that shit got graded so fast. 1600 with an hour left to go.
cards grade a lot faster.
That's actually super low for that Elsa and a 10 mint.
It's
It's
got
probably
an hour,
not the
it's
right
got an hour to
company.
go. It'll go for $3,000.
Yeah, it's
It's
probably
got-
not the right company either.
It's
PSA.
PSA 10 pop 10. It's
Ooh.
got an hour and 31 minutes left, so it's closing at 11:30. So we'll see.
But
We'll do a recap.
Haven't you been burned by Disney before?
No, I don't.
No.
I usually don't invest in. So Sans and I had funny money. We don't put any real stock in it. We just do it just for the shits and giggles. We did that with Vivi.
Yes.
And I mean, I hit a couple ultimate rares. I'm still sitting on them, but I probably would sell a pair of shoelaces. I just give them away to people. That's
I don't
all.
even think you can cash it in yet because Vivi, you got to have like $500 worth of gems.
Look, I like to go into my virtual room and just stare at Spider-Man hanging from the ceiling. So don't you
So
judge me.
okay. Let me ask everybody here. Do you remember Vinylmations from Disney? And
Oh, yeah,
granted,
we
this
talked about
isn't
this,
this
yeah.
isn't cards. This isn't
Yeah.
cards, but it was like the precursor to Funko. And where are Vinylmations now? They're gone. Like I don't know. I find it hard to invest in a new hotness when it comes from a company I don't trust.
Well, yeah, there's a lot to be said about Disney itself as a company, but there's also a lot to be said about the card game community latching onto this and playing it.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
And
Yes.
it's actually being played and enjoyed by the
Mhm.
card collecting community, and that's what will make this card. That's what will make or break this card set.
It will, because that's what made or break any of them. Like Digimon fell off because it wasn't really playable. It wasn't that
And
fun.
That's probably why the vinyl animations, or what was it?
They're
Vinylmation?
Vinylmations. They're pop figures, but
Right.
Disney specific.
Well,
I don't
Disney
know,
sold,
man.
Disney sold their license to Funko and chose to get out of it. Funko now makes the Disney license, so they're still getting money off of pop animation.
I
Pop.
understand.
They just
So,
didn't. They just
They
didn't.
just
do it.
didn't want to be the forefront of it.
How
I
can
don't
you
know, man.
How can you play with the Lorcana cards if you can't get them?
That's the problem.
But that's not the problem.
They sent them to the
because
card shops first.
Because your boy right here has single cards ready to help you make a deck. That's
There
Yes.
you go.
That's why.
There's a lot of people with a lot of leftover cards, and they sent them to the card shops first so that you can get it in the hands of players first, as opposed to collectors, flippers, and everyone else. Because what would happen was the minute they're on the shelves, you buy it. If you can buy it at 150, 175,
Mhm.
even 300 was a nice buy because you could make 450 off a box.
Yep.
So there's money to be made, but the card shops got their hands on it first to be able to get it in players' hands. And if you look all over YouTube, they got a bunch of people playing the game. And some of these, even like regular cards that we go through this deck and you look at it, those cards are expensive because they do so much in the gameplay.
All right, so listen, I'm gonna go back to my childhood. I grew up playing Magic. And then when I was in high school, Pokemon came out and it was big.
Yes.
I can't see myself sitting in the school cafeteria, busting out my Disney Lorcana deck, fucking saying Elsa's gonna take it to you in the middle of school. Like I just can't see it. Like this is just like the older age like players. Like I can't see the teens, the 20-year-olds like being like, oh, hold on, guys, I got a Maleficent in here. Let me get to it on you.
I bet you'll be surprised.
Hold on, Matt. Do you really think it's the teens and the 20-year-olds that are spending thousands of dollars on this?
I think it's the 8-year-olds.
But there's the one that's going to.
I think it's the 8-year-olds too, though.
You're crazy.
No, none of those
seconds.
kids matter.
All right, hold on, 30 seconds.
Like fucking Sands and Silversmith that matter because they're going to go out and spend thousands of dollars on this shit and try and flip it for 3 times what they paid.
All right, 18 seconds. What's it going to end at? 14.75 right now. 15 seconds. What do you think? What's it going to end at?
1600.
1600.
17.
You want to take that bet? You got 10 seconds. You want to take that bet?
1550.
Harry, 4 seconds. Take that bet, yes or no?
1550.
It's quiet.
1550 is me.
1475. I would have won again.
There you go. There you go.
I would have
All
won
right.
again. I would have just added another one.
Man.
Speaking of bets, though, I noticed that Thrawn still hasn't shown up.
Oh, yeah. Nola, I crashed my computer making a video.
He crashed his computer.
So, Jeff,
Thrawn's right here.
King looks
Thrawn's right here.
great, man. King looks amazing tonight, Jeff.
Let me bring you back there,
appreciate
Nola.
you
Let me bring you
through.
back. All right, three individual packs, 3 factory sealed packs. 21 minutes.
So,
I have a hard time caring about Lorcana.
and that's that. We'll see where let's see where it is in 6 months.
Yeah, I can show you my Pokemon card collection.
That second wave comes out, you'll have like Winnie the Pooh's in there.
PTT, I got a huge one now. Huge.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
let's
gotta come to
shift
the
over to
JSS
TV.
card shop every Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central.
There you go,
and you can
Jeff.
find your Pokemon cards.
Should I show you my silver too? Actually, that's downstairs.
You can do that too. You can
Matt, let's shift it over to some TV because we got some people talking about Ahsoka here and people not showing up. But who did show up on Ahsoka, Matt? Let's talk TV.
Well, thank you so much for the invite. I'll get out of here now since Lorcana's over. I want to let you guys get back to your fantastic conversation on many of the things that I enjoy. Thank you so much for letting me on here.
Don't scare.
Hey, shh. Jeff, you got when you get that in with your Walmart lady, you gonna give me a call? I just want to know. We're still friends, right? We're still friends, right? I just want to
ask him for a Spider Boy, Jeff. Ask him for a Spider Boy.
You shut your mouth. Hey, deals are being made right now. You shut your mouth. You take that dirty tongue and you get out of here.
Well, hold on, because speaking of dirty tongues, what I really want to know is, does the Lorcana tip come with breakfast the next morning?
Right, that's what I was saying.
I'll fucking toss your salad.
There's gonna be some real tips going in there.
You guys.
Hey, baby girl, here's my number. Give me a call when that.
I gave her my number,
yes,
but I'm a preacher's kid. I don't do things like that.
Jeff, we appreciate your insight. You should probably go before we don't let you leave.
How many people on this panel?
You
You either have a ponytail on this panel.
I really
or you have.
If my
You either have a ponytail on this panel or you got nothing.
Fantastic.
You can't talk over Sans. You can't talk over him.
This is
He doesn't
disrespectful.
I won.
That's our guest that you're talking over. That's disrespectful.
You
You
either
call
have a
yourself the host
ponytail-
of the most.
You either have a ponytail or you have nothing. Y'all remember Nola had a ponytail, man. That was
Nola
I don't know.
doesn't
No
have-
one won't even show me. No one shows me King Kong.
Oh
That's
my
fucking
God.
Dave Stevens, King Kong. You watch your mouth.
That is. I'm gonna take it back. I take it back.
Man, I almost picked up some Dave Stevens tonight, man. It's
Got to
all pretty
brush my
damn
hair
cheap
today.
too.
All right, we moved on. We were out of ciders, so we're now with Down East Lemonade.
Nice.
Okay.
I don't know what we're doing tonight. We're just all over the place.
So Ahsoka,
Put this back on.
Ahsoka.
Put this back on.
listen. We all knew Thrawn wasn't going to show up until the last.
Wait a second.
And where's my Family Feud X?
We all knew this was gonna be I just wanted to be the voice of reason for some of the people in the chat. Didn't want to break any hearts out there in the chat. We all knew Thrawn is the big bad of the TV of the movie, so they're not gonna bring him out until the end of episode 6, episode 7.
What'd you say? Hold on, Sam. Can you repeat
You
that one more time?
changed. Wait, you
repeat that one more time?
changed your tune.
Can you
No,
repeat that one more time?
no.
So this box got kind of beat up. The comics are perfectly fine inside.
Okay,
Oh,
but hold on,
nice.
wait, don't change the subject.
Yeah,
When
so that was from
coming?
Ian Chow Miller,
Yeah.
also known as Tacoma.
Tacoma.
Hopefully, I didn't just show his address.
Oh yeah, we all got his address. We're showing up at his house.
Hey,
Yeah.
I've already
Sorry.
shown up at his house, so
Right, we're already there.
When's Thrawn coming?
So
not-
Airboy, that Dave Stevens cover, that's retro right there, right? Now with Ahsoka, how many people are liking the series so far? What are we looking at here? Are we liking, enjoying? Is it worth the view?
it's comparable to Mandalorian #1, hands down.
what?
I'll get down with that.
Wait, I heard Nola give us a high pitch what?
Give me it, Nola. What do you think? I want to hear it.
Nola.
Right. So look, I went back and rewatched some of it last night. This is
Yep.
what I realized. 13 minutes into episode 2, they started with this whole fucking map on the cliff thing.
Yep.
Mhm.
That just ended.
Yep.
4 episodes.
Episode 3 was
4
literally
episodes where
a pile of
nothing
shit.
fucking happened. Like that show can't be good.
But Nola, didn't you and I call that?
Yeah,
Okay.
but now you're saying it's as good. Well, I don't know. I assume you like the Mandalorian.
Wait.
Time
He
out,
said
time
it's as good as Mandalorian 1. Is that what he
Mandalorian
said,
1, when they
Kyle?
had to go find the pieces to the ship, was just literally the same thing as the fucking map to the goddamn
Look,
stars.
it's no Andor, but it's enjoyable, all right? It's no Andor, but it's
Don't get us
enjoyable.
banned. Don't get us banned.
Kyle,
Nick
will you please
Vaporov
back me up
is
here?
not ready to sponsor us.
Kyle,
It-
don't be
it is-
silent here.
It is
Your voice is
mediocre at best, and the lightsaber fights are the worst that have ever been put on
No.
film.
This last episode was actually better.
They threw Anakin
It's not
back
hard
in
to be
there.
better when it's the fucking worst.
Yeah, but
I will.
you gotta let them build it up, man. Because Anakin's lightsaber with Ahsoka. Now, granted, a lot of people got to be mad that we had to sit and watch the kid hear the lightsaber battle instead of us watching it.
Dude, this is awful.
Do you hear that?
Can you hear them fighting? And then they get back and womp womp womp, and it's over. I'm like, oh shit, okay. My wife literally said, "What the fuck? Did that just happen? We're not gonna get to see this battle. They're gonna tell us we can hear it on the waves."
All right. So on that note, I know Kyle has something to say. This is what I'm going to say on the what the fuck note. Why the fuck is there a
Okay,
Jedi with no
well,
force? Why is there a Jedi Padawan with no fucking force powers?
You
Are
mean
talking
Sabine?
about, Sabine?
Yes.
Because she relies on her Mandalorian too much.
She has force powers.
She
She
does.
hasn't
yeah.
used them in the show.
Hold on, let me move this coffee
She
cup.
faked it. She
It
held,
happened.
she held her hand out and then shot with the harpoon.
Sabine Wren held the dark saber at one point too.
Yeah.
And that takes some serious will. Although
this is not that
Mando
story.
also
More on the Mandalorian side of it than
Mhm.
Force. But she has the metachlorians in her. Everyone has a little metachlorian according to Ray and everybody. Everyone has some metachlorians in them.
The robot literally told her she was the worst force candidate ever.
Can I be real about Ahsoka and my honest opinion?
Let's be real.
The dialogue is phenomenal. I am eating up the dialogue. Everything what's that guy's name? The stoic
Balin?
guy.
Balin?
Balin.
Yes.
Everything that man says
Yes.
is it's impactful, it's meaningful, it's the dialogue is phenomenal. Every time the the sassy robot. I'm just blanking on names right now because I'm thinking about other things. The robot. Ahsoka's
Yeah, he got
robot.
like some name.
What's it?
Jacob.
David Tennant.
What? Oh, okay. Fair. Just the dialogue in it is phenomenal. I understand that lightsaber battles have downgraded since like the Last Jedi.
I just think she's too slow. I just legitimately think she's too slow. And
if you look at the battles from Anakin and Obi-Wan, and like when Anakin had turned, they make they make Vader and Obi-Wan's original battle look like shit. So those were super choreographed, like $1 billion budgets versus
this is a TV show. Yeah, but it is like there's money that's involved in it. But the point that I'm trying to make, this should give us a decent transition, is what we have to compare anything Ahsoka to is animated, and you have tons of freedom with animation, and you don't necessarily have that with live action. And same with the One Piece manga. Like you can do whatever you want in the manga, but all that stuff translates to being like CG.
So was this Dave Filoni's love song to
100%.
the Clone Wars, to
100%.
Rebels? Let me show you everything that I've done with this. Go back and watch my stuff, because I really enjoyed young Ahsoka in that scene where
was it necessary?
I don't think it was necessary. It's almost like Riri. It's like Riri being in
that whole episode was unnecessary.
I will say that
listen, between worlds, you had to show she wanted to live.
So hear me out. Yes, it was the world between worlds. So you're telling me in the world between worlds, dead Anakin can reincarnate himself, not a space ghost Anakin, to retrain Ahsoka on having the will to live.
She's Ahsoka the White now, not Ahsoka the Gray. You have to remember that. She's come to us in the waning hours. She's Ahsoka the White.
What are you trying to steal Star Wars in here? Just
no, like... Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Come
on. And it's Hu Yang, and it is David Tennant. So yeah. But what I'm trying to say is like there's limitations with it. There's limitations to the physical capabilities of the actual like actors in it. And if you think Rosario Dawson is going to be doing like backflips and like all that,
I don't want backflips. I want literally my son who's 5 and I can straight up go to town on a lightsaber battle. I'm talking like my wife split her lip in a lightsaber battle. Like that shit, like we're going at it. Like I don't care that he's 5. That boy better pull the force out of his pocket that he has, because I'm coming for him. And like while I'm watching the series, it's like okay, we're done.
It's so, and the funny thing is they try and make her look athletic by making her do really weird movements.
Or like pauses in like
pinning her leg back against that pillar for whatever reason in the lightsaber fight in the last episode. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't like it.
Sabine holding that where she was like sprawled on the ground.
I'm not going to knock it because I'm enjoying it. I enjoy it more than I like Andor, but I still think there's flaws.
What's the rating so far after 5 episodes out of 10?
Out of 10?
Oh, out of 10, like overall?
4 for me.
4 for you? Ooh.
5 at best.
Kyle?
7. Yeah. I'm enjoying the crap out of it. I love the dialogue. Yeah.
I have to hold on, because I give it a 5, but I am not a Star Wars guy. I don't have the lore and the history and everything that maybe some of y'all have backing the stories up. Not knowing all of that stuff intrinsically.
That's fair.
This stuff is really, really.
I'm at a 6 because I like 2 episodes out of what? How many we've had? 5?
5.
I like 2 episodes out of 5. I like the second episode and I like this last episode. That was it.
Nola, there's certain dialogue points where I'm just like giggling in the background, and I imagine you're not because you don't understand like what it's referencing, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched Rebels and I've watched some of Clone Wars and some of the animated stuff, but I'm just not into Star Wars that way. So it's nothing that I've like sits in my soul.
I
So
understand.
when I'm watching this, it's just like this very surface level story,
and it's not going
really,
anywhere.
It's not really accomplishing anything, and it hasn't done a thing so far.
They found the map immediately, and then they took 4 episodes to decipher it.
Literally 4 full episodes.
We're riding in a whale's mouth right now.
Which is so awesome.
You gotta give this show some credit, man. It just hyper jumped in a whale's mouth right now.
And Ahsoka's like, "Did you understand it?" And she's like, "No."
Right. Exactly. How do you have a pod of space whales show up and not explain what the fuck is going on for all the people that don't know this story?
Oh no, they explained it. They explained the Purgles.
Did they?
Rebels.
They talked about Ezra leaving.
Yeah, that's what they said. That's the explanation. The space whales took Ezra and Thrawn away. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what they are, not what they do, nothing about them. Just here's a bunch of space whales.
They hyper jump.
Matt, what do you rate it as?
I've been drinking a lot as this conversation started, and like Dave Portner, it's like one pizza review. Take a bite of the crust, one bite. I like it. I like it better than like Andor. I give Andor a 2, but I don't think it's the be all end all. I'm between like a 5 and a 6, more towards the 6.
Yo, this is fucking crazy. Hold on, Matt giving something more than a 3.
So like I'm a 5.5. I'm a 5.5 because we got 3 episodes to go. 6, 7, 8. Mm-hmm. Now 6 is going to be getting to the place.
Wherever, yeah.
7's going to be oh shit, there's Thrawn. Or sorry, 6 is going to be 7's going to be oh shit, there's Thrawn, and 8's going to be like Thrawn got away. All right, we're fucked. Here comes season 2. That's literally how I mapped it out from episode 1.
Is Ezra there?
100%. Ezra's there.
Is Asajj Ventress there?
Are the Knights of Ren there?
No.
Are the Sisters of Dathomir there?
I think yes. I honestly think the Sisters of Dathomir are there because the Space Witch wants to go there, and she's not going there for Thrawn. She gives 0 fucks about Thrawn. She's gone for her sisters. Baylan is gone for Thrawn.
Yep. Sabine's going for Ezra.
Sabine's gone for Ezra. So like it makes sense. Did I like moments of episode 5? Yes. Did I like seeing young, like middle-aged Anakin fight with Ahsoka? Yes. Did I need the Clone Wars? No, you shut your mouth for a second. Give me my 5 minutes, okay? You
get him out of here, Nola. What your opinion is the one that matters, man. Because at the end of the day, Matt is drinking, and these are not his true
fucking
thoughts.
done with this show. Fuck you guys.
Matt does not give anything more than a 3. So we know he's either drinking or high on something right now. And so it's not a valid he would take a bet and lose right now. It's not valid. So we can't believe him.
Well, he loses to me every time anyway, so
now, all right, so 3 episodes left. There's a saving grace to Ahsoka. It's not gonna lose Disney money, is what we're saying, right?
No. Why would it? It's I don't know.
Because people have said it has very low ratings, though.
So I mean, the Rotten Tomatoes was like 78. I wouldn't say that's low. It's not like Shazam 2 or The Flash. So
you got the Nolas of the world who said, "Why am I watching this at all?"
Because it's
is there rewatchability is what I'm trying to say. At some point in time, you have to make your money off of people watching it again.
That's true.
Like I said, I actually was kind of enjoying it, and then I went back last night and skimmed through like episodes 2 through 5, watching about half of each one, sort of fast forwarding through to the parts and that sort of thing, and I like it less.
Okay.
I like it less after last night.
So, with that in mind, I think we're all gonna say Ahsoka's okay. It's going to be a good show. It'll lead to a movie. Watch it. Don't watch it again like Nola did, because you might see things that you're going to hate. Matt, on the other hand, is giving 5 5s out his ass. I don't know where that came from. So
5.5 is pretty big for a Star Wars thing from Matt, in my opinion.
that's what I was saying. It doesn't. I think they cloned him.
Yeah, it doesn't
They
compute.
cloned Matt. That's not him.
It doesn't compute at all.
But let's go from one show to another.
Thank you, Roman.
What's up, Roman? Which I think is a absolute hit.
Okay.
One Piece.
One Piece. Yeah.
One Piece. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, One Piece is this manga that came out, 80s, 90s. It has over 1,000 episodes. This is a massive property, y'all. There's
a lot of filler, but yes, it does have a lot.
Massive property.
It's a story that's watchable. That's
what Netflix did, in my opinion, was take a fast track approach to some of the more important content. Take some really, really hard to pull off characters and I think they nailed the casting. You have total unknowns. There's nobody really who will stand out outside of the guy who was in the 300. Nailed the casting and gave us both a script that you could enjoy, but also, how manga has this kind of this animated, like, you need that comedy goofiness of manga. They were able to do that in One Piece, and it pulled it off well.
They're doing a good job at adapting it. I will say that as well.
Nola, have you had a chance to check this out?
All right, I have zero opinion on this. I have not seen it. I have not seen any of the anime. I had it slated as one of those things that if I was sitting around one day bored on a Saturday with nothing to do after football season, I might put it on and watch a couple episodes. And so I don't know.
If you're wasting your time on Ahsoka and you're not happy,
go watch One Piece.
I would say watch an episode of One Piece.
Yeah, just stop watching Ahsoka if you're not enjoying it.
There is a lovable...
Hold on, because I want to be clear. I was enjoying it until I went back and rewatched it.
Got it.
And because I had a friend who hadn't seen it, and I was telling him some stuff, and we were flipping through it. And then I was like, this just is not good.
No, Kyle.
By the way, the music in it is really weird.
Actually, that's the one thing I like about Ahsoka. I like the music, yes.
I just don't find that it matches up with whatever's going on. I don't know. Everything about it feels disjointed to me.
I think that's interesting that you bring up the music, because the music is different. It stands out, and I like the score. It's very powerful to me.
I enjoy it as well.
I could see that being kind of off-putting, where they're trying to make it more like cinematic movie music, but it's really TV show pace and everything. So I can see how that's off-putting, but it's really I'm enjoying it. Like, they're overlooking the water on this like Matt is on straight. They're overlooking the water, and you hear this beautiful score. You know what my problem with Ahsoka is? The goddamn fighter pilot. Why do they keep showing this one guy, man? Like,
Cooper or whatever.
Bring Zeb. Bring somebody else in. Like, they keep showing this poor guy every episode
in his orange garbage bag jumpsuit.
Yes. Oh my god!
And all he brings is bad news. We shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be doing this.
We're gonna get in trouble.
They're coming for us.
I can't find her.
Hold on, there's two. Since we're back on Ahsoka, there's two more things. One, the patch on Hera's chest.
Oh, that red dot thing
that looks like it's a fucking blister pack of Sudafed is awful. It is so bad. It looks so stupid.
It is so distracting. Oh my
I
god!
can't help but stare at it every time she's on screen. It's fucking awful.
It's like a 6-pack of something.
I'm telling you, it's like a blister pack of Sudafed from 1979.
It is god awful.
Sans,
God.
where is Zeb though? Like honestly,
That's a great question, man. Zeb, we saw him at the end of Mando.
mm-hmm.
He should have been kind of hanging around, especially if this fighter pilot is around. He was right there in that same kind of tavern area. So where's Zeb?
I don't know.
Roman, I want you to know that sounds great, but I'm going to need you to cuddle me while you do it.
Oh, we need some.
Matt, do you have anything else to add? No?
Nola, you said 2 things. What was the second thing?
So the second thing is, I find the depiction of Sabine terrible. I don't know if it's the actress or what. I find it very like rigid and
oh man, I didn't know who that little boy was. Oh, excuse me.
I don't know. I'm having a hard time buying into Sabine as a character.
So I think they're trying to make Sabine the more complex character. Like obviously Ahsoka's supposed to be complex. She's kind of this stoic warrior now. You don't know if she's a gray Jedi or what, but Sabine is kind of the lost child or the lost rebel that needs to be trained and have the Rocky montage to get us. But she went over to I like that they tempted her and she went over to the dark side basically and was like, they got my boy Ezra there, I'm out. We didn't know how, I'm thinking she's gonna be like, nah, I'm not gonna give this dude Baylan what he wants. She's like, here, because he basically said, I won't lie to you. Baylan was, rest his soul. That character, we won't see him again, unfortunately, or they'll have to recast him. Baylan he passed.
Dead.
Wait a second, what?
Ray Stevenson.
That's what.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
no.
Ray Stevenson.
The actor died, man.
I guess that news went over my head. I had no idea.
It happened when all the strike and shit was going on, I think, or a little bit.
His
before.
Performance has been awesome. He's been one of my favorite parts.
That's what I think it was at the beginning of the first episode or at the end of the first episode. That's why it says in memory of our dear friend Ray Stevenson.
Yeah, it is tragic, man, because he has been one of my favorite parts of this series.
Absolutely,
he's the best part of this series.
Well, I love what's her name too. Him and what's her name? Shin.
Yeah. But, those two characters, that whole dynamic, that's the best part of the show.
Yeah, I agree.
That's your opinion.
Yeah.
Fair.
With regards though, like his conversation to Sabine, what he said to her to make her
hand over,
say I'm going with you. Like it was crazy. That he was like, yo, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I won't lie to you. We're gonna get Ezra. Mm-hmm. We're gonna take you there. It's going down. Like
and then Shin shows up and just
right. Shin wanted to force choke her. He's like, let it go. He's like, yo, and you could almost see him like, yo, I will train you because your master didn't do it right. It was almost like, yo, I will take you under my wing.
He threw shade on Ahsoka and Anakin.
Yes. He literally threw shade on them. I was like, wow, that is crazy. So shout out to Ray Stevens, man. Really dope actor. Rest in peace to the family, man. That was there's the reason why I like Andor is the acting as well, man. What's his name? Skarsgård. Stellan Skarsgård. His speeches, his acting in Andor was phenomenal.
In the elevator going up to that bridge, I was like, oh my god.
Yes, when he told the guy, no, you're gonna stay there and work and be a spy for me because
Hey
I assume his internet cut out. Are you okay, Sans? Say something.
Amazing TV series?
Yeah!
Let's go.
Matt, do you have anything to add?
There's nothing I can do.
It's time for Andor.
5 minutes later.
Way out right now. The building is ours.
Oh, Matt, we love you, bro. We love you, bro. You just don't have a sophisticated palate. That's all. That's all.
Matt, this might make you come back, Matt. I couldn't get through one episode of Andor.
I'm back. No, I'm done.
Nola, please correct Matt one time so he'll leave again. One Piece. Let's talk about Netflix gamble. Does this give people hope for more manga or even Something is Killing the Children? If they took the talent that they did, like they took nobodies in a One Piece, like high voltage anime, and they pulled it off. Like you have Buggy the Clown, people loving. You have Luffy. You have all of the characters, Zoro. Everyone is loved so far. And even the fanboys seem to be happy. They're like, oh, this girl didn't have the big boobs like she does in the. But those are like minor. Those are like the incels who are completely like crazy.
The quote unquote incels are freaking out because one of the cast or two of the cast members gave something away that is very important regarding Crocodile. So if you want spoilers, you can look it up, but otherwise just keep it to yourself. But they pulled who's Spider-Man, the newer Spider-Man. What's his name?
Oh, Tom Holland. They gave
Tom
away,
Holland.
They gave away.
Yeah, they pulled the Tom Holland where he's like, oh, probably shouldn't have said that.
Now, One Piece also did another thing. They pushed the diversity button on the actors. When you look at Kobe, this is a trans person.
Oh, they pulled gender norms with Crocodile too. So
well, in the real life, the actor was a woman and is now a male. And so we don't hear the uprave or anything crazy. It was just good acting, right? It was
I don't think people that have that mentality are watching a One Piece live action. I just don't think the exposure is there. I mean, the haters are going to hate no matter what you do.
Right. That also may be the case, right? You're not getting those people who are like, well, I'm not going to watch this because it's against my morals or whatever.
That happens with bigger titles. I don't think it's going to happen with manga because manga is wacky. Manga is like, it's over the top. It's interesting. So, and they have a lot of freedom. They have a lot of creative freedom. They set a mood with One Piece, like right off the bat, like these like still shots of just like the characters and stuff. And granted, it probably was still filmed somewhere in COVID because there's not a lot of like background actors and stuff like that.
It was started in 2020, I believe.
Okay, yeah. So I'm still noticing, I've been saying this for years, you're going to notice that there will be a large sequence of media that is very obvious that it was filmed in COVID because there's a lot of empty space and it feels kind of disjointed or distant, I guess.
Yeah.
Is how I'd say, because there's not like all the extra stuff going in the background. It's just here's our scene, here's our scene.
Then you got the scene where at the very beginning with Goldie Rogers, where it's a million people, a million actors all together. And you can tell that was a more recent shot because they're all no masks, everyone's together. What was great about this was it was the hero's journey. This kid, as a little kid, like you didn't need 1,000 episodes to tell this tale. It was 8 episodes and it was damn good. Like you you wanted to be a part of Monkey D. Luffy's like
Yeah.
crew. He said, "I'm a pirate," and then he also
I'm a
showed,
big king.
right. I'm gonna be a king. He said he also showed that pirates didn't have to be the evil people, but they also like they're about protecting their crew. He went to bat for his people, and some of the stories, man, like each episode had like a backstory to one of these kids or one of his crew members. The chefs, I gotta remember the chef's name. His backstory, and I know it's been out for a month now. When he's stranded on a rock with the one guy, and the guy gives him a bag of food, and he's run out of food, and he goes over and he's like, "I'm gonna take this guy's food." And the guy's been eating his own leg, never had any food himself. Like that shit was unbelievable. Like
Yeah.
story was amazing. And then Uzo's story was the boy who cried wolf, like he was abandoned, basically yelling, telling people pirates are coming. And then when they finally showed up, nobody ever believed them. And then the fight scenes with the pirates, the cat crew. How crazy was that fight? Like, if you guys haven't seen this show, they have different pirate crews. They got different animated powers.
You should
Like-
definitely go watch it. I totally agree with that. But like, there's a lot of content. How do you take something that's so like long running and condense it into like bite-sized seasons? I'm interested to see how it goes forward because they've gone a little bit like into it, but like there's so much more left.
Kudos to the showrunner, man. Because they got an official showrunner who is a fan of the manga, who grew up loving the show, and is able to condense the story to bits of like the piece with the grandfather that wasn't known in the early episodes of One Piece. So they brought that in because that actually brings more drama to this show. You're like, wait a minute, that's his grandfather. Like, you're like, what the hell? And his crew members are like, what is going? Like, you don't think that's crazy that your grandfather is hunting us? What's going on? Like people are like, they're mixing stuff up, but it's working and it's working well. So I gotta give hats off to Netflix and the showrunners for every. But it's like for every right, there's two wrongs sometimes with these Netflix shows. So we will see. I'm currently watching Zom 100, the bucket list. That is pretty interesting so far.
Zom is a wacky story
Zom
too,
is
man.
pretty crazy so far.
It actually took Free Comic Book Day for me to get into that series. So
Yeah. I just know it from Free Comic Book Day,
Huh?
and I've been waiting. And now they put the anime and the live action on, and the action, it's crazy.
We should full send. I want a Chainsaw Man live action.
Yes,
I want a Kaiju 8 live action. I want a Spy X Family. I'm not sure if you say Spy X Family. I want a Spy X Family live action. Like, just give me
more.
more.
The Chainsaw Man live action already.
Okay, perfect.
I think they are. They've done Roro. What is it? Netflix has done 3 or 4 live action.
Mhm. Give me a Berserk.
They did
crazy.
Bleach. Did you see Bleach?
I did not see Bleach yet. No.
Bleach live action was pretty dope. Rorori Kenshin is pretty dope. And I think they did Inuyasha. So
didn't they do Death Note?
Oh yeah, they did do Death Note. That was hilarious. Oh my god.
Wow. Miyazaki is coming up with another Studio Ghibli film, by the way. It's coming out next year, which is going to be very interesting. Another Studio Ghibli film we're gonna get.
Well, we're about to get a new Dragon Ball film too, so yeah.
Perfect. Where the media is opening up.
There you go.
So if you don't like something, just watch something else because there's so much out there.
Now, Nola, you have Dave Stevens up. Let's talk a little. We talked about EM Just last time. Tell us a little bit about Dave Stevens and his work.
So, first thing I'm going to tell you is that there is a documentary about Dave Stevens on Amazon Prime. I highly recommend you go watch it because it is an unbelievable story. And not unbelievable in the sense that it's way out there, just a really cool story about an interesting guy. Dave Stevens is one of the last people that consistently used brushes to ink stories. And he was such a perfectionist about his work that most of the stuff he ever did never saw the light of day. So, I mean, this is just the quality of his work is comparable to the best artists you will ever see.
Yeah, he's got a great.
I don't know. For me, he's kind of like
the realism to it.
Sorry, my internet's going wonky.
Yeah, you're going in and out right now, but he has such realism to his artwork. Like it looks like it's popping off the page, man.
Dave Stevens, for those who don't know, he created The Rocketeer. He was absolutely famous for not being able to do anything on time because he was such a perfectionist about his work. He would literally sit there and erase lines over and over. Here, pull up the Planet Comics right there in the middle. That's his most famous work.
Oh, yep. Got it. This one right here, right?
Yep. But he died not too long ago. Like I said, he just didn't do a lot, but everything he did was fucking amazing. The quality of his work is just, like I said, comparable to any artist you will ever see at any time.
So now, Dave Stevens, did he die young, or was he just had a body of work? And you don't hear. I mean, I hear people say, "Oh my God, Dave Stevens," but it's almost like a cult following, not like your everyday. Oh, this is Jim Lee or such and such. Like you hear people say,
I think that's primarily because he refused. He wouldn't do a lot of work for Marvel or DC because he couldn't work on his schedule, and the only way he did things was on his schedule. Sheena's another one. That's a great cover. I have a hard time talking about it because to me, it's sort of transcendent comic art.
It's just you put it in the perspective of just mainstream pop art.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't think he ever did a seriously popular character. He didn't do any of these.
Rocketeer's been in movies,
right? Agreed, but I'm talking like Marvel, DC. He never did the work that would really push him into the limelight. Like I said, go watch the documentary. It's the best thing I can tell you. It tells you everything.
Is it called Drawn to Perfection?
Here, watch. Look, I'm watching a Whatnot stream right now.
Well, that's why your internet.
Goddamn internet. My internet is just shite today, guys. I'm sorry.
Well, is it called? You're using it all up on the Whatnot stream,
right? So
is the documentary called Drawn to Perfection?
Yep, that's the one.
Cool. Okay.
Nice.
And so we definitely, like I said, yeah. If you're a comic fan and you're an art fan, definitely a good watch.
Oh, he did a Magneto or something. That is pretty damn badass. The Magneto.
Let me see.
So with regards to, it's just like a sketch, but it's almost like a helmet sketch.
Wow. So
that even that is emoting some like crazy like intensity there, with just the eyes and the chin and stuff right there. That is fire.
His he did some amazing portraits too. I mean, just like here, pull up one of those Betty Page headshots. Yeah, right there. I mean, even just in a cartoony sort of style.
Oh yeah.
I was like on a napkin.
You know, he's the guy that sort of
Started that
well, he's the last chain in classic pinup artists that started in the 50s with like Elfgen and Vargas and all that kind of stuff. He just had this infatuation with the way that a woman's body looks and loved to draw them. And
You know what's-
Adam Hughes has taken a lot
Yeah.
of inspiration from him. Bruce Timm took a lot of inspiration from him.
But you know what? The body looks different than say like a J. Scott Campbell, whose bodies all look the same. Like this blonde looks different than the Betty Pages and other things. So he has some range there.
Well, there's a story he tells about one of his friends talks about they were at some Comic-Con and he's like, let's go to the strip club. And they went to the strip club and he's like, you want to see the most beautiful woman? And they walk inside and there's all these beautiful women in there and he doesn't say anything. And his friend's like, so who is it? And he's like, it's not one of them. It's her legs. It's that arm. It's, you know, he had a way of seeing things that most artists, that serious artists have, that maybe a lot of, I don't want to say casual, but you know, he just had a way of seeing the world.
Right.
He was going to make a Frankenstein then.
He was going to make a Frankenstein. Now we have to, as we're transitioning to art, man, we need Matt to come back and show some of the art that's going to be up for sale, because we're talking about some of these great artists. And Matt was at Baltimore Comic-Con and was able to pick up some great prints. And we got to see some of those. So Matt, strike and get your ass back over here and show us the folio.
He said art's all sold.
So I have this piece right here from Brad Hudson. This one,
it's a lot of booty.
That's some Wonder Woman goodness right here. Now I don't know Hudson, but I did like the yams on this one, so I had to pick up some of this original art from Brad Hudson himself.
I do like original art. I've spent a lot of money on original art, though.
Yeah, you know what, man? The evolution of collecting is going to, if you're a comic book collector, and let me say this: if you like collecting covers, which I know many of us do, you're gonna evolve into art pieces and stuff like that. Where a lot of like this Aquaman cover, that is badass. But imagine having the original art, right?
Yeah.
It probably cost you $5,000 or more.
Mm-hmm.
But you're like, holy shit, I have the original sketch. Like you have people who are picking up the original comic art, and that if you're a cover lover, it's going to take you down that path versus, you know, everyone who just dives in and collects I read everything Fantastic Four just because I love the story, right? That's a different form of collecting. Whereas if you're a cover lover and you're, oh my God, the art on this, like I follow this artist, you're going to like Tahani Farr, for example.
Oh my God.
I always bring her name up because I would buy her original art. Like the Medusa heads or
she's also really nice.
Yeah.
Really like really stylistic too.
Yes.
The art, just the details, the line work is just fantastic.
Yes, amazing. And to see the finished product, you're just like, oh my God, I gotta buy that. That's why I'm like, when are you putting up your original art? But who are these Dave Stephen covers on the Aquaman, Nola?
No, sir. This is the finest Silver Age artist that most people have never heard of. This is one Nick Cardy.
Nick Cardi B. Okay.
I am making it my personal mission to get people to pay attention to Nick Cardy in the same breath that they mention Neil Adams and Jack Kirby
Yeah,
and Steve.
you always hear the Adams, the Kirbys. What's the guy? What's the guy that did a lot of the Penguin covers and Infantino? You hear a lot
Karma,
of,
yeah.
Yeah, you hear a lot of Infantino. Don't hear a lot of Cardi. What's his kind of story there?
So Cardi did Aquaman. He did a lot of the early Teen Titans. He did a lot of the early horror from DC.
Mhm.
But again, there's a quality to his art, and it's a lot of it is just in the shape of the way he does things and the perspective that he draws from, as opposed to like a very straightforward view that so many people use. But there's almost always like some sort of like, see the upward, he always does something interesting to just kind of make the picture stand out.
Man, he got some crazy Spectre covers.
Yeah, the Spectre covers are amazing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what it is about his art to me, and let me share. He has this. It's almost like it's popping out at you. It has a story to tell, in a sense. Even in this cover, you see Aquaman is kind of flying out at you. Like his art seems to pop off the page when I look at it.
So look at his face. I mean,
Like
tell me that doesn't just look like a pained face.
Yeah, he does. He got some great details there, man. And
yeah, the Spectre ones are great. I'm telling you,
look at this team.
I don't. I'm not saying there wouldn't be a Neil Adams or such, but this is the guy that laid a lot of the groundwork at DC for a lot of these people to come behind him.
Do you see the
Just
action
great
in these
covers.
covers? Yeah, these are
Fucking
badass.
amazing.
These are.
I'm telling you now. I'm here to open your minds and tell you to go out. And the thing is, most of his books aren't expensive because he doesn't get the pub that Neil Adams got or Jack Kirby got. But when you go back and you look at his body of work, I know you all have Key Collector on your phone. Go to Key Collector, type in Nick Cardy, and hit the non-keys button and just look at his body of work. It is absolutely stunning.
Oh wow!
It is every bit the equal of Neil Adams.
So you could probably get some.
And he was a tank gunner in World War II. So.
Oh wow! You could probably get some of his original art for a great deal too.
Maybe.
Oh.
I think the people who know, and those are probably the people who have his art already. So
you're right.
I don't know.
So badass right there, Nick Cardy, y'all. So tonight we did put you guys on to some Nick Cardy, some Dave Stevens. Obviously, you knew about these people before us, but go watch that. Go watch that Dave Stevens on Netflix, on Amazon. Actually,
Yep.
So coming to a close, y'all. Look at this motherfucker coming out of retirement. Coming to a close, y'all. Two things: Ahsoka, One Piece, and the future of. We got a lot of things pushed, didn't we? We got a lot. We
didn't even talk about the strike.
Yeah,
but
Matt is on strike.
The strike will still be here. They're not going anywhere. Like people are literally holding. I mean, the strike has expanded to SAG-AFTRA, which is huge. I don't know what to say. I went online and I looked at the shows that were pushed and the shows that were paused, the shows that like didn't develop. Look how long this list is. Like it's nuts. I mean, we're talking Deadpool, Dune Part 2, Craven, Avatar 3, I mean, what is it? Apparently there's an Avatar 4. It got pushed 3 years. 3 years. from 2026 to 2029. Captain America and Brave New World got pushed. Godzilla, Kong got pushed. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, Karate Kid, like literally Blade. There's a Beetlejuice 2. I didn't even know like half of these things.
Wait,
They're
Beetlejuice
fantastic.
2 got pushed?
Yep. They were in pre-production, so they're unable to start. One of them is Beetlejuice 2. One of them is Blade. Blade hasn't even started.
Oh my god.
They
What
haven't
about-
even started.
You said Across the Spider-Verse. That was the second part of the
The
animation.
second part of the animated one. Yep. They
That
are
got pushed to when?
So it was originally for March
April, right?
2024. March
yeah.
2024, and it says TBD. Does not know.
But
So
it was already shot. What are they doing here?
I'm not sure.
That's gonna break a lot of people's hearts.
I can tell you what part of it is. Even if that thing is done completely and in the can with no changes needed, studios are all going to start holding back because they don't have new material.
There's also a lot like post-production too that stuff has been stopped.
Yep.
Something else I found interesting was that the recent news is that daily talk shows are starting to cross the picket line. Yeah, sorry, the dogs in the neighborhood are going. I'm not sure if you can hear it.
Yeah, because they're on strike too.
They're on strike too. The Drew Barrymore show was going to start back up again, and people were just in a fit about it. So this is an interesting moment for Hollywood.
So I heard at one point the writers came to the table and said, "All right, let's end this," and the studio said no.
Sorry, say that again.
The writers came to the table and said, "Okay, let's end this," and the studio said no.
Yeah, no, they said we'll wait you out. Like
What
literally,
the hell is that about?
It's nuts. I don't know. It's a huge money game right now, but the problem persists, and it's what I've talked about before. Is with the streaming sites, with the Amazon, with the Netflix, which they're not getting paid the same amount of money that they were when it was just studio releases.
When it was just movie release.
Yeah, because they're looking at like Netflix originals. They only air on Netflix.
Right.
And most of the times they're just getting paid like a normal contract, but there's no tracking of views and stuff and how many people go to the theater and how many streams that happens. It's contract negotiations based on payment. So they want more and people aren't budging. So
the actors are in it as well, or only the writers right now?
The actors have joined.
Yep.
The biggest union, which is SAG-AFTRA, which is like a part of the AFL-CIO,
yep.
Has joined the strike, which means like I said, I was only halfway through the list and I didn't even get to TV shows. There's so much that is affected here.
So yeah. What's the state of all things? What are we going to be watching come January 2021? 24? Is it just like rewinds and shit? Like going to be all kind of like live? What is it called? Unscripted Survivor type shows, or what is
the average push is 6 months that everything's been pushed. So, I mean, time will tell as we go forward. But yeah, there should be a cavity. What's the word for it? I think cavity is right. A cavity of kind of no new content in a sense.
A vacuum.
Yeah, like an empty space. But because like they aren't there. They aren't working. Like people are like not doing this, and this is going to be a huge. I think the last strike lasted 6 months, and then they had their contracts.
This has been since May, right?
And then, well, okay, so we're not quite there. the problem is that they reached the end of their current contract and they entered into negotiations, and the negotiations, like, they just didn't want to go forward with it. So people are holding and people are striking, and some people are losing their houses and losing like their mortgages, and yeah, not
who's
able to pay rent.
yeah, the people who are getting hurt are like the grip guy who wasn't making all that much money. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
There is a foundation that is funding a lot of the stuff, but
yeah, because
money only goes so
you
far.
know, you got the big time actors who are speaking out and like, we're here to strike with our brothers, but at the end of the day, it's those actors who were, you know, making
Yeah.
$25,000 a year already.
You know when you're watching something, a rerun on TV, and the credits fly, and
Yeah,
they're just friggin' racing by. All those people,
yeah.
those are the people not
Those are
working right
people
now.
who are
So,
not
Yeah.
making ends meet. Now, what is that impact going to have on Main Street or Wall Street? Because right now, you know, you got a lot of people who are sitting back like, those are millionaires and they're fighting with billionaires. That same kind of conversation you have when
and
sports go at it, right?
switch your investments to like tech and crypto. So, I mean,
Right.
the financial market will go on. There'll be just like the collector market will go on. We'll find a new hotness. We'll find a new Lorcana. We'll find a new Spider Boy. We'll find whatever is new and exciting. We'll jump on it.
Man,
Like
let's
it
get
is.
this guy out of here. He's just like popping in like a goddamn. He's on strike for real.
It makes you wonder if he thinks you can hear him, because
Right.
no one's heard a word he said when he pops on.
He knows we can't hear him.
That's
But,
my piece on the strike. I think that it's going to go on for quite some more time, and we will see like the ramifications of it. But I don't know. We made it through a pandemic in a sense. Like, even though like there's whispers of a new mask mandate.
Yeah, I just heard that as well.
I've had like 6 or 7 friends just get like sick, and I'm like, oh crap. So
Oh yeah, my whole workplace office is all sick. People going on
Jesus.
vacation, coming back sick. It is.
Yeah, I'm not going on any cruises anytime soon. So
It is definitely revenge of the sick. So with that, my friend.
Oh, wait, one more thing
Yeah.
I want to talk about. The Ringo Awards happened at Baltimore Comic Con. I'm not sure if anybody was paying attention.
Oh no!
Something is Killing the Children actually won an award.
What for?
For best series for this past year.
For this past year,
Yeah,
people are still reading it.
So did an amazing indie book called Punk Taco. Sorry.
And
Wait,
an
didn't he buy
amazing
that-
indie book called
He bought that one
Ducks.
for his son, didn't he? Like Punk Taco, he had showed us. There was some taco book he had bought for his son.
Book 2 came out this year. I picked it up. It's phenomenal. Sorry.
Unfortunately, a webtoon series called Lore Olympus won, even though it should have. Well, I don't know. It's gone off a cliff recently. It's one of those. It's funny to me because Lore Olympus I actually compared to Something Is Killing the Children. It's a series that should have ended a while ago, but the popularity forced it to just keep pumping out content, and
it's one of those.
the kind of story has fallen off. I compare those two a lot. But yeah, no, go look up the Ringo Awards. There's some cool stuff. One of my favorite series, Season of the Bruja. It's like a
Season of the Witch.
it's like a Hispanic witch series. It's the first couple issues really caught my eye. It got nominated. It didn't win, but it's just kind of fun to look through the nominations, look through the winners, and find some new stuff that you might have not known about.
Hey,
So, yeah.
the Ringos are on and popping. Sounds like those awards that they also give out to new channels on YouTube that have talk shows or
Oh, the CBCS award or the
Yeah.
Comic Book Community Awards. Yeah, that
Yeah, man.
I'm such a critic. I'm such a critic of that.
How come we can't get nominated on that, man?
Because it's here's long story short, there are niches in the comic book YouTube community. That's how niche this is. And certain people vote for certain people because they vote for who they know and who they like. And it's
gotcha.
literally like the first 2 years of this has just been like friends voting for friends, and I'm like,
just call it what it is. It's a bunch of bullshit where dickheads that fucking want to act cool on Instagram and everything else can say, "Oh yeah, I won my fucking award. It's so fucking awesome." And
we will never get that award now.
Who is this guy? Where the hell did he come from?
We will never get nominated for that award.
The people who have their YouTube plaques in the back for how many views they had, and it's like the same kind of concept. The first year was the most hilarious. I think Reggie Collects won 7 of the 14 awards or something like that. Like it was just Reggie Collects, because what he did was he actually promoted. And he's like, vote for me.
Vote for me, yeah.
And it worked because he had an audience. It's I don't know. It's something that's fun for the community. I will say that. It has its flaws, just like with every popularity contest out there. I mean, I wasn't even happy with some of the Ringo Award winners, but it's an opinion.
Contest where you put one podcast show up against another, and you put them in a pit, and you say, "Last motherfucker that walks out wins."
Battles.
And then
here, I'll drop a challenge right now. I'm formally challenging the Comic Pals. They are probably my favorite YouTube / comic
pals, you fucking suck. I'm just saying it right now. Okay, goodbye.
They have a well put together community. They have a Patreon. They have a Discord that people can join. They take suggestions. It's a very fun group of people.
I just subbed them. Shout out to the Comic Pals, y'all.
Yeah, they're gonna go live tomorrow. So
look at that. They got some nice.
I'm officially going live tomorrow to fucking heckle them all through the chat, just so you know. So tune into the show.
There's one individual where I always show up. He looks and sounds like Josh Gad, like hands down Olaf from Frozen. This guy is Josh Gad incarnated. So
y'all, well, really quickly, man, shout out to Matt for this new little graphic, man. If you guys haven't seen this Wine, Cheese, and Comics, please, graphic up here, man. We got Jesus back here. He's looking like Jesus.
I have the smallest body and the biggest head.
Oh my God, this is pretty damn badass, guys. Pretty damn badass. So you can see some of it back here. Look at Kyle. Oh my God. This is pretty damn bad. You can't show it. You can't. There it is. Kyle's eyes, man. Kyle's eyes.
Just want to go on official record. Nola, you're replacing me in next week's episode. We'll get rid of the dome head over top of my screen, and we'll just add a comic book. It'll literally be 2 guys and a fucking comic book. That's what it's gonna be.
It's the long box, man. He's doing the short boxes.
You know, he's mighty grumpy for someone that made a point.
Oh my God. Oh, you can't do that to our guests, man. Play nice. All right, ladies and gents.
I want you to know he gave. That dude's killing me. I'm done. I'm done with Matt. I'm done.
Where the hell is Kyle? We lost Kyle altogether. All right.
I'm just here on strike. I'm sorry. I technical difficulties. This show can't operate without someone
I think it's
behind
the fucking Grinch. That's what I think happened. All right.
I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear anything he said.
Oh my God. from all of us to all of you, Promiscuous is back. We lost Kyle in the smoke. From all of us to all of you, man. We're gonna bid you adieu, man. Another episode is in the books. We're getting close to the season finale, which will lead us into the auction. The
I really think
auction.
this is a 2-season hitter quitter.
And we'll keep it moving from there. Matt will be replaced with Nola.
I love it. Just a comic book.
And
just a comic book.
We'll keep it moving. So thank you all once again for coming through.
Here's future Matt.
No. See, you missed the ass cheeks. The candle's more realistic than the fucking comic book. Let's just say what it is.
Go back. Make sure you guys go back and rewatch.
Here's an empty can of generic root beer. There you go.
Look, I'm gonna look. Here's what me putting up with Sans. Here's me putting up with Kyle. Here was me putting up with Jeff Silversmith. Up on it. Here was me putting up with Nola. I mean, it was quite a night. Oh wait, and then where was the one for me waiting for Sans to get here? So that was over there.
I think we got to call someone about his alcohol.
I only drink when I'm on the show.
He says he's a social drinker. We don't believe him. All right, ladies and gents.
I don't believe that Matt's a social anything.
It's more like
Geeky. Shout out to my man Geeky. On that note, we are going to trip everybody down the stairs and call it a night.
Oh my god!
Bye, everyone.
That's not